If you're a last-minute gift shopper, then Instacart is your holiday rescue app this season. No more tracking packages, no more trips to the post office, and no more Christmas gifts arriving in February. Instead, you can just download Instacart to order gifts like beauty, tech, and gourmet goods from local stores and get them delivered in as fast as 1 hour. Plus, right now, you'll get free delivery on your first 3 orders. This offer is valid for a limited time. $10 minimum per order. Additional terms apply. Must be 21 plus to purchase alcohol where available.
J360 Radio.
Hey J360 Legion, welcome to another J360 MiniByte, hosted by J.M. Brady. And I am your host, J.M. Brady. So let's get into it. Hey, what's going on, y'all? Another week has come into our lives, and damn, I've been busy again. Yeah, I've been sitting here working on a few things. I'm sure you probably noticed that it's been kind of topsy-turvy because today's Wednesday and you're getting a mini-bite tonight. Well, that's because it's maintenance week. Yeah, it's that uptime part of the summer where yours truly has to go ahead and not put on his COA hat on. COA hat. Can't even spell tonight. You know, put on his commanding officer hat, I should say. But I also got to put on my janitor hat, too, and clean up everything. And so far, it's been going pretty well. I mean, you know, everything's organized, and as it usually is, it doesn't take much this time, because usually it's a maintenance month. But, yeah, the new system's doing all right. And it just revolves me working on the WordPress. I'm sure some of the people on Podbean are wondering if I'm still around or not. And I am. It's just that, you know, I have to go back and I have to fix everything. Especially seeing what to keep, what not to keep. This part of the overhead that needs to be erased. And then also take a look at seeing like how the end of this crazy, awesome year we had. You know, see how I can finish it out with a grand finale. And if anything, I do have one in play. It's called the Monster Fest. So, yeah. Working on all that lineup right there. Not to mention, yes, I have made a few changes. The YouTube channel is not a J360 TV channel anymore. Well, it is, but it isn't. Matter of fact, I gave it its name back. It is J360 Productions. Because, you see, not only are the J360 TV stuff going to be there, you're also getting J360 radio influences again. Uh-huh. I'm bringing it back to the old style, because I took a look at some of the plans I've wrote. And this was 2017's plans, and then I took a look at some of the 2020 plans I had, and that stuff could actually come together well. The only reason why I didn't do all that stuff sooner is because the way YouTube was running around just trying to destroy other people's channels and, you know, demonetize this and interrupt that, I was like, I really shouldn't put too much of a focus on it. But I kind of changed my mind. And not only that, some of you guys are actually looking at the YouTube channel and wondering, hey, you made a lot more equipment. Well, you know, you made a lot more content. How come it's not over here? And it's like, well, you see, I didn't want to throw too much over there. You know what I mean? But now, I kind of changed my mind. And besides, everything needs a look at. And I've also been working on some graphic designing around here, so once again, I'm back to where I need to be. Now I just have to go even further than I've been. You get what I mean? Nope. So right now, I'm just sitting here taking a look at some notes. And then I got to do each show day by day. So you're going to have things a little different. You got a J-Man Show episode coming tomorrow. And then, of course, it's Jams Week. So that means that another J360 Jams is happening on Friday at 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern. So, you know, you got great things to look forward to. 16 tracks of some of the best on the internet this week that I've taken the time to look into. And these synthwave artists are really, really cool. Some you're familiar with, and then some you're not. So, hey, let's make that debut, shall we? And also, some people have been asking me, am I going to look into other genres? Well, I want to say this. Depending on how the series goes from here on out. And since things have been positive and people have been wanting in, I see it as a possibility. So a lot of you independent creators out there, you know, let me know. Send me an email, j360productions@outlook.com. Now, also, while I'm getting a little tongue-tied around here, so, Kamala Harris, huh? You all know how I feel about Kamala Harris, right? like, I don't really care for her. Like, some of the stuff that she does and all that kind of stuff. It seems like sometimes she just runs around acting like she wants to be liked and always wants to achieve something. And, there's nothing wrong with wanting to achieve something, but I could just look at her and see the fakeness. And then also there's a lot of negative flack behind her. Now, here's the thing. I'm not going to pull a Sean King on you and then all of a sudden say, history is made. This is exactly what we need. Yada, yada, yada. No, I'm not. You had Stacey Abrams right there, too. You had Elizabeth Warren. You had some pretty prominent people to be a part of this. In addition to Kamala Harris. I'm not going to say she didn't earn her keep. I'm not going to say that she doesn't deserve to be the VP. I'm not going to say all that. But also, it's like this. You realize that who I am, am I going to be as hard on this administration as I was on the Trump administration? Yeah. Yeah, damn right. I'm just not going to vote for Trump. And I have my reasons not to. But I know a lot of people are like this. You can't bring down a strong black woman like that. Remember, she ran for president too. Remember, she ran for the job. And I'm not going to deny that she did. But at the same time, I'm just saying this. There's still a lot of stuff I don't like about her. And then also I got to see how the road to November looks. You know what I mean? From here on out, see where this all goes. I mean, her and Biden made this big appearance in Delaware not too long ago as running mates. I thought that was pretty cool. But I'm still a little iffy about things. And it's not because of her credibility. It's not because of her career. It's not because of any of that stuff. It's just also because, Biden has some negative stuff about him too, especially when it comes to law enforcement and the incarceration of African Americans, same as Kamala Harris on a few things. Especially with that one particular case where a man had all of his material together to get exonerated, because the most he did was sell weed. But she turned the other way on that whole thing. So it's like, yeah. It's a lot of dirty pool here. But then again, that's politics. Politics is dirty anyway. I don't know why people try to make it seem like it's clean. It's not. And if you really think about it, journalism's pretty dirty too. And that's, that's saying a mouthful. Because, I managed to cover a bunch of episodes saying that too. Because the whole point about journalism is keeping the social elites honest and keeping everybody aware. But we went off on the loose end about a few things on that. But my whole thing with Kamala Harris is I'm like, okay, I don't lose sleep at night over this kind of stuff. But let's just see how things go from here on out. Hopefully they all know what they're talking about because debate time will be here soon. And you see the Trump tactics going on right now, especially when it comes to mail-in voting and issues with the post office. Like, a lot of businesses and a lot of people out here, we depend on the post office. So Trump trying to gut the post office, there's a whole hidden agenda behind that too. Has to be. Because, in order for me to utilize the J360 shop that I'm building and stuff, I need to use shipments. The post office is responsible for most of that. That is overhead too, but at the same time, it's like, come on, man. That's a viable tool for anybody else out here, especially those of us independent creators. So why would you try to mess with that? It is still government. And not only that, that's somebody's job. Even though when COVID came out, a lot of people stopped going to work, had no choice but to, and of course, took the time to do so. But it's like there's still a whole lot going on right now. And those that are still working there, they're doing the best they can. But that's still somebody's job. So it's like, I got to delve into that one a little bit more to see why he wants to get rid of it. Because if it's all about voting voting by mail, well, that's just sad as hell. But he also said he wasn't going to possibly accept the results of a democratic election. And it's like, no, that's the democratic process, dude. You can get voted out. Your job is on the line. And if he was doing what he was supposed to do, he probably wouldn't be scared so much. See what I'm saying? Because you're doing a good job so far. People will have a high approval of you. People will keep you in. But of course, they're also trying to discourage people from actually voting too. Because, hey, No need to disrupt status quo, right? If you like it this dysfunctional, why change anything? And then a lot of people are sitting there saying, oh, I ain't gonna vote at all. And it's like, you know what? I'm not gonna force you to do anything. But, yeah, I know what the hell I'm doing. See what I'm saying? Also, WB, what the hell are you doing? What is going on with Warner Brothers? Like, now they're doing another huge restructure that resulted in the layoffs of 600 people in the DC Comics division. Do they hate DC Comics or what? What is going on, man? Ever since the buyout by Warner Media and control stake by AT&T, it's just been a punch to the gut and a punch to the throat and a punch to the dick over there at the DC Comics division. Not to mention, I think Mad Magazine was hit pretty good too, because that's DC Comics as well. It's like, what is going on? I mean, Jim Lee is still over there. Maybe there's a way to keep the ship afloat with that, but remember, as I said earlier, that those are people's jobs. You know what I mean? People that are really good at what they do, like strong creatives, are now unemployed from something that they worked all their lives to be a part of. And then I look over at Marvel and DC, look over at Marvel under the DC label, not DC, Disney. Keep in mind, folks, J-Man's still kind of like, fried up a little bit. But the thing is that you look at it from time to time and it's like, something going to happen to them next? Because this stuff hit everybody. Now, is this all in response to COVID, or is this in response to like, hey, you know what? Let's just try to save money when we can, so that, we ain't got to worry about that no more. Hey, wait a minute. Here we are still in the superhero boom, but, let me go on ahead and try to mess with that division a little bit. Yeah, we got that DC Universe streaming network. That was a big plan for those that were involved with, before Warner Media came in. Yeah, and it was thriving, and it was strong, and the numbers looked good. Yeah, the hell with all that. Nah. We don't want that no more. Yeah, as a matter of fact, let's do what we can to disrupt that so that we can go on ahead and try to push all these other things that people don't want. Yeah, see, the superhero boom didn't stop, man. Of course, there is that problem with Comicsgate and, go woke, go broke, like at the end of the day, we want these kind of superheroes, not necessarily the superheroes that are established. We want to push all this other agenda BS instead of, fighting crime, saving the day, and having deep characterizations. No. Representative, that counts. I want all that. It's like, you want all that in a 22-page issue, eh? Okay, well, why don't you write it? I would like to see, personally, all of those people who were let go. I would like to see them form their own establishment. I would like to see them all come together and try to have, a way to go ahead and give a middle finger to all of those in the main industries. Because right now, they're just losing. They're just going crazy. There's a reason why I have J360 Productions. You know that, right? Even though I'll work in the mainstream industry, I'll still have my spot. You know what I mean? Because if the main source doesn't agree with you, but people like what you do, you still have a pathway. And not only that, those that get rejected, they get a shot. Like I said, I mentioned many times that there were people that were involved in the building of this, but they were let go because of their issues, and some moved on because they needed to move on, but others because they didn't have the right mindset and the right goal here. But there's a lot of other people out there that are pretty good at what they do, and they need their shot and they need their chance. I'll give you a shot and a chance. Just don't blow it. You know what I'm saying? And it's just a tough time for everybody because, I'm sure every day you guys are probably like how I was a few years ago when I was unemployed and I lost my job. And it was like, which way is up? Where am I going? All that kind of stuff. So I'm not going to knock anybody on that because that can happen to anybody. And even as I try to move on and try to go to the richest state in the union, the whole point is it's like, it's an adventure, but I want to do it and I can do it. And you see, the thing is I'm being tactful about it and paying attention to it because I'm not making too many movements until next year. Big movements, that is. See what I'm saying? So it's like one of those kind of things that you pay attention to. And I ain't afraid of it. It's just that, if I'm good at what I do and if I know what the hell I'm doing, and I do, I'm not afraid of it. And I have to make those choices and I have to step up. Which is why this whole restructuring around here in J360 Productions is taking place right here, right now. And also, because I'm flubbing up my words tonight, you can kind of tell I'm kind of beat. Because you're talking about well over, or damn near, 300 episodes that I got to go ahead and make significant relaunches to. And you'll see a lot of it on the IG. If anything, everything's going to be finished by this month's ending. See what I'm saying? Or going into September, but it's a huge process and a project to do. But I'm just hoping that everything at DC will, get better. But I'm also hoping that it's not the end for them. Because everything has just been righted. You know what I mean? Like, what's going to happen to the Snyder Cut? Or what's going to happen to the next slate of DC movies? Including animated films. That's what I'm wondering. Because those are the money makers. And then, of course, they just announced Suicide Squad. The video game. So what happens? It can't be RIP, right? But that's the hashtag being thrown around. I don't know, so many questions. But I'm sure I'll get to the bottom of it all by tomorrow, because tomorrow is the J-Man show. And I kind of talked your ear off long enough, so I got to get going. All right. Well, this is J-Man signing off. Peace out to you all, and take care of yourselves.
With Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to... Has anyone seen the bride and groom?
Sorry, we're here. We were getting lucky in the limo and we lost track of time.
No, Lucky Land Casino, with cash prizes that add up quicker than a guest registry.
In that case, I pronounce you lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Daily bonuses are waiting. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.